Welcome to another edition of Khris Wrestling Viewz here on YouTube.com. We're going to be discussing Monday Night Raw tonight at 8 p.m. on the USA Network tonight. Well, they have one match that has been talked about. It's going to be Drew McIntyre and Sheamus and Keith Lee versus The Miz, Morrison, and AJ Styles in a six-man street fight. And so, tonight's going to be pretty interesting to see how that match is going to turn about, or whether we can see Sheamus, possibly, making a mistake and bro kicking Drew McIntyre again. And then, maybe it can be a clean win on that team. But I know something is going to go down, here and that. So, so who will be the next challenger for Keith Lee? Or not Keith Lee. Who's going to be the next challenger for Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship? And my bet is I would have to say, well, my guess that I'll have to say is definitely going to have to be Sheamus is next in line for that championship. And also, we got some other Raw previews. What's next for Asuka and her women's championship? Who's gonna face her, and who's gonna face Asuka and Charlotte Flair for the women's tag team championships? Who's going to what are they going to do with the Fiend tonight? Are they going to have like a little funeral thing for the Fiend? Will Alexa Bliss come out tonight? So I'm going to let my co-host Jatori, give his thoughts, over tonight's Raw preview.
As far we're gonna start off with the Fiend. We know the Eater of all worlds ain't dead.
Right.
Can't kill the Fiend. He might, still taunt Randy Orton in some way. It might even be just by way Bride
Right.
hanging around with Sister Abigail and Alexa Bliss, and him teasing them, saying that the Fiend's still around. But I don't think that the Fiend dead. I think that it's gonna show little previews of the Fiend being around the stadium or whatnot, letting Randy Orton know that you did not get rid of the Fiend,
Right. Right. Right.
and they'll probably have a match later on, probably down the road.
So what do you think about the McIntyre, Sheamus, and Keith Lee going against Miz, Morrison, and AJ Styles tonight in that six-man tag team street fight match? What do you think gonna happen?
Uh, you know what? I don't think even though Sheamus and Drew are kind of buddy buddy.
Right.
I don't think Drew forgot about that he got road kicked, so
Yep.
he's gonna have his eye on Sheamus. But
Right.
then again, I think uh Liz is gonna be kind of iffy on AJ
Yeah.
on the same way because of what happened at TLC. So I think it's the whole tag team is going to be on both sides are going to be kind of crazy.
Right.
Uh,
Another thing is I'm really, 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 really curious about the Miz briefcase cash in. Would he receive that back, or how would he or what would he do? Would he just let it go ahead and slide on of him just losing, or would he
okay.
speak on
Well, reportedly, they say that WWE don't want to put the belt back on him because he ain't big time no more. He ain't, he more of a mid card kind of. I don't want to say joke, but he kind of a mid card joke.
Right. Yeah.
So he's more of a mid card push with Morrison.
Yeah.
Even
And
though I kind of think Morrison's a better wrestler now,
yeah.
and he needs
Here,
to do his own single wrestling thing, but they're not doing it.
I know, and Morrison is a talented wrestler. Because out of all his matches, what he done had with ECW back in the past, SmackDown, Raw, whether he was with Johnny Nitro and Melina, I mean not Johnny Nitro, excuse me, Joey Mercury, and Melina. He was a good wrestler, and I think he should be put you know, as a singles competitor and not, be teamed up with the Miz, just being, Miz's buddy all the time.
Right. So they didn't want to put the belt on him because they don't think that he's gonna bring in money like having the belt on Drew
Right.
or having the belt on any of the big time. Like I said, Vince is about the money, so Miz ain't gonna bring in that money.
Right. And yeah, he definitely not. Another thing is what is your take, Jatori, over the women's the women, all the women's out of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair. Like, who you think is going to be Asuka's next opponent, and who would face Asuka and Charlotte Flair for the women's tag team championships?
As far as are we talking about at the tag team division or
Both tag
for the?
team, yeah, both tag team, and like who would face Asuka for the women's championship, and who would Charlotte Flair and who would Charlotte Flair and Asuka face well, who would they defend the tag team championships to?
Now, if if it was me, I would push Shayna Shayna for to try to get the championship, but Vince ain't like that. He ain't he was supposed to push her a long time ago in the elimination chamber, but
Yeah,
he didn't push her then. Now that was a downfall.
she definitely is a talented wrestler though.
Right. So now since Ric Flair's daughter Charlotte's back, she's gonna be sitting there looking, and they're probably gonna run some kind of storyline where she backstabs Oscar, and but that's probably gonna be like it's probably gonna last like a month where okay they're gonna be tag team partners, and then she's gonna turn on her, and then
Right,
she's gonna try to go for that championship belt because Rick she's more about that championship belt than about being a tag team partner. I already know because even Ric Flair was like that. He wants the championship belt more than a tag team belt.
right. And
And she's just like her dad.
and
So
there is really no one, in my opinion, to have like a good match with, like to have a good women's championship, well, tag team championship match against right now. Because you got Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that that Mandy Rose is still hurt, but she came out last week or so, but she's still hurt though.
right. And I believe the only other person would be Ronda Rousey. And I'm gonna keep on saying they ain't gonna bring Ronda Rousey back until they bring the people back in the building.
Right. And you said,
Because Ronda Rousey wants the money. Ronda Rousey, just like Brock Lesnar, she wants the money and the merchandise money.
you're definitely right about that. Would we see Matt Riddle, well, Riddle face Bobby Lashley tonight for the United States Championship. I'm still iffy on why they didn't put that match last night on the TLC card. You know, if it does happen tonight, I'm really ready to see Riddle pick up that United States Championship, and they can put Bobby Lashley in a different angle. As him maybe moving to a different, moving to SmackDown or something like that. But I know he's not gonna fight for the Raw Championship. He may get, he may get moved. He may get moved to SmackDown, in my opinion, and face. I would say Reigns, but it probably won't be Reigns if Reigns lose the championship sometime soon. But who knows? But I got like a strong feeling that that Bobby Lashley is gonna lose the United States Championship. That's if he fight Riddles tonight on Raw. Last but not least, the Hurt Business and the New Day. In my opinion, what I think is going to happen is they're probably going to have a rematch, probably let's say next week, next Monday on Raw. And the Hurt Business is going to retain the tag team, the Raw tag team championships, and then they may have a little, as my co-host Jatori said last night in one of our other videos, we were doing the TLC reaction and everything, and so he basically, he was saying that he feels, it's going to be a little thing going on between Shelton and Cedric Alexander, the way how the match ended, where Cedric Alexander tagged himself in and hit the lumbar check to make that pinfall last night on TLC. What do you think, Tori?
Now, I think there is going to be a feud. There's going to be a feud between the Hurt Business and the New Day, and like you said, they're going to have a rematch. Now, that rematch clause that might even happen tonight.
Right.
And I think the New Day is going to take a little vacation off of that. But I don't. The Hurt Business might even break up. The Hurt Business might even break up within a month or so. Because, like you said, if they lose those belts, if Bobby Lashley lose his belt, that might even cause them to break up.
Right.
That might cause them to break up because he was the main foundation that kept them together. Between him and Shelton, if all that breaks them up, and that situation of last night on the TLC, that might cause them to break up.
Right, and that's true. So we're gonna see tonight on Monday night. We're gonna see tonight on Monday Night Raw, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Time.
Keep a close eye on them within a couple of months.
Exactly. Anything can happen. WWE can change things at the last minute, just as just how last night when they put the little dummy in. That it was reported that was a dummy that was in the middle of the ring, and as soon as when Randy Orton went out there to get the matches, the Fiend runs over the barricade, and then the people, I guess the guys the little tech people or something, slid in a dummy in the ring that was already dressed like the Fiend and laid him there while Randy Orton comes back in the ring, lights the match, and throws it over the dummy of the Fiend's body to say that the Fiend got burned up. So that was reported, and it's not like we believe the Fiend got burned up, because they wouldn't do that on TV in real. They wouldn't do that with WWE, because WWE is PG, but they're slightly going back to the PG-13 type thing, like they used to do when they had Kane versus MVP and all those good matches. But
right.
We are going to see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw tonight. Make sure you stay tuned. And we will see you guys later. Make sure you subscribe to Khris Wrestling Viewz here on YouTube.com. Excuse me. Hit that button up there to subscribe and check out all me and my co-host Datori videos. And there is much more to come on Khris Wrestling Viewz. Trying to get enough subscribers in my videos. So just make sure you like, comment, subscribe again. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting me. And I would do anything and everything. So when I get to my goal, I'm gonna make sure I do a drawing and put every subscriber name in a hat, and whoever wins gets a prize. And so let's see what happens. And thank you all for watching Khris Wrestling Viewz here on YouTube.com. Thank you.